Solo traveling is one of the most empowering adventures we can ever undertake.
And they say I got the juice. I bought the 𝚃𝚘𝚗𝚜, now that's what
when I got to high school, everyone was like, oh, what school are you going to go to? What school are you going to go to? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm only 17. Like, I didn't have it all figured out, you know? Solo traveling is a truly liberating feeling. You don't have to compromise. I hope the lighting is okay for you. So today's video, hey guys, I'm back again. Today's video is just going to be, I'm going to talk about the highs, the lows, the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, everything about solo traveling. And I thought it'd be a good idea to make a video just talking about my experience as a solo female traveler for 1 year across the globe. Solo traveling. I solo traveled the world for 1 full year, which is crazy, and also went by really fast. So yeah, just keep on watching, hit subscribe. I really appreciate it so much. It makes me so happy. And yeah, I want to just see how far I can take this YouTube channel, where I can go with it. But right now I'm at this really awkward number, like 156. It's just like, okay, like it's a weird number. I need to be at 1,000, so let's just keep going from here. It's kind of fun to watch it just go up and up. But if you're watching, leave me a comment. I see people like the video but don't comment. Leave me a comment, comment anything. Comment your favorite country, comment some type of videos that you want me to post, comment some questions that you have for me. Also go over to my Instagram. And other than that, let's just get right into the video. I don't like to talk your head off all day. I know that you're probably busy. I made a list in my head about the good things, the bad things. My friends always ask me like, oh my god, how do you travel by yourself? And you're so brave and this and that. But really it's simple. You just have to use your head, be smart, make smart decisions, and you're good. Enjoy your life. Solo travel is the most empowering, most adventurous thing that you can do in your lifetime. You don't even have to go far. You can even solo travel in your hometown. I think that's going to be more popular in 2021 anyway. More people are going to be traveling closer to their hometown, not so far away from home, because, you know, the whole global pandemic that just happened. Yeah, traveling doesn't necessarily mean you need to go like super far. You can if you want. Me, I love to go far. Someone told me when I was young, once you graduate school, go as far away from home as possible. And I thought that that's just how you have to live. I thought that was the rule in life. Like when I got to high school, everyone was like, oh, what school are you gonna go to? What school are you gonna go to? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm only 17. Like, I didn't have it all figured out, you know? I knew that I wanted to see more in the world, and I knew that there was so much. I was like in my room and I was like, there's so much more to life than these 4 walls. I'm tired of looking at these 4 walls. I come home and it's gotta be more to life than this, you know? And I was so thirsty to step out there in the world and go as far away from home. Solo traveling is one of the most empowering adventures we can ever undertake. Sometimes solo traveling can take a toll, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible or you shouldn't do it or you shouldn't try it. It doesn't mean that at all. You never know what to expect in your solo travel adventure, your first solo travel adventure. And now in 2021 with phones, it's so much easier to travel. Imagine in like 1990, no, you're using a paper map or something like this. Like solo traveling is actually so, I mean, yeah, it has its problems, nothing's perfect, but it's so easy nowadays, and there's so many places in the world that are so friendly for backpackers and for travelers. It's just such a tourist thing, like Bangkok. People say like, oh, I'm taking my first trip, where should I go? Bangkok is a great place to go for your first trip. There's so many other travelers and you meet so many people. I also think Bali is a really good place. I've heard Norway is a really good place as well. Okay, so the good things of solo traveling is you meet new people. You have freedom to do whatever you want. And you also try new experiences that you may have never thought to try otherwise. And sometimes people can be a little bit nicer to you as well. Well, sometimes. And most importantly, you learn so much about yourself as a person and who you are and your values and the way you go about life. You really begin to analyze yourself from different perspectives. And it really kind of changes your outlook on life. You meet new people from all over the world. That's the beautiful part about it. Some people say that traveling alone, you're more likely to talk to strangers than if you're with friends or in a friend group. If you're in a friend group traveling with a bunch of people, they're usually just friends among themselves, yeah? So maybe, I mean, depending on your friend group, most of the time though, friend groups kind of maybe already, they're all talking amongst themselves. So when you solo travel, you can kind of step out and meet new people or hang out with this person on this day and then meet this other person the next day and meet this other person the next day. So it's so amazing that you get to meet all the different people from different places and you open your mind more about different parts of the world and you share your experiences and your culture with these people. And the best thing about it is I have a collection of friends from different parts of the world. I'm always so excited to meet new people from different places. I'm like, where are you from? Where are you from? And then we stay in contact. And so next time you travel to this place, or you go to Morocco, or you go to Egypt, you have friends there. Or you go to Bali, now they can show you around their hometown and you can show them around. Like anywhere you go across the map, I'm trying to make it so I have friends every country that I go to. So I think that's the most exciting part for me. So it's kind of like I'm always still connected with them. You just pick up where you left off in different parts of the world. So your friend zone expands and it's a very beautiful thing. And then you won't be traveling alone because once you find those friends, you just travel with them at the next place. And so it's like so easy. People think that you're solo traveling alone and it's like you're all alone in this world and no one's gonna help you. Like, you have to be strong and you can't just be relying on every single person for help me, help me, help me. I mean, people are willing to help, yeah, but like, I'm trying to say it's never really like you're traveling alone because you're always meeting as many people as possible. There's so many people that you can meet. If you go to a hostel, you just find yourself a little hostel and go in the lobby of a hostel and all of a sudden you have a bunch of new friends and you go out to the restaurant in town and you just chat and get to know each other. It's not that hard making friends solo traveling. Okay, the next thing I would say is freedom. You have so much freedom to do what you want, obviously, because if you're traveling with a group, maybe this person on Monday wants to do this, and this person on Tuesday wants to do this person on Thursday wants to do this, but you want to do this, and it's just like, I want to do this, I want to go to the cave, no, I want to go to the mountain, no, I want to go to the waterfall. It's like, no, you wake up and go wherever you want to go, when you want to go. You don't have to worry about trying to be compatible with everyone's schedule, and some people want to go here and some people want to go there. I mean, yeah, everybody wants to enjoy their trip. You save up all this money to take this dream trip of a lifetime. Of course you're going to come and do all the things that you dreamed of doing, and so if one person doesn't want to do that one particular thing, that shouldn't stop you from doing what you want to do. So I would say when you're solo traveling, you have so much freedom to just explore. The world is the oyster. The world is your oyster. You have all the time to do whatever you would like to do in this place and learn about all the new things that you wish to learn about. It's a truly liberating feeling. You don't have to compromise. If you want to stay in the hostel all day long, you can totally just chill out in the hotel, hostel all day long. If you want to go out, you can go out, but it's no conflict. Like, oh, you want to stay here all day and we want to go here. So traveling alone is just like whenever, wherever. It's the best. Like me, I like going to the museum, and I love going to different museums. When I was in Italy, I went to all the fashion museums I could find, all the galleries. I was obsessed. That was my thing. I loved it so much. And maybe if you're traveling with someone who doesn't really like as many museums as you like, they're going to be like, oh, I'm so bored. I don't want to see any more statue, any more this. You get to choose exactly what you do. You get to choose your schedule, your itinerary, and no one else chooses for you. If you want to change it at any point, you can change it at any point. No one's stopping you.
Spin the addy, we gon' slide. Air it out when we
trying new experiences. Solo traveling really pushed me out of my comfort zone. Maybe if it's to try new food or to try a new activity or to, I don't know, it's just something that I never got the chance to do, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm here in this new country, I want to make these memories. I want to jump off this waterfall today because I never jumped off a waterfall, and this waterfall is definitely jumpable, so let me not be scared and jump off the waterfall, you know? Like, you get to do all these new experiences and it's amazing, it's fun. So trying all these different experiences alone, it's really a freeing feeling. And then when you go home, you'll be like, wow, I was so brave to do this when I was here, or I was so happy that I got to do this, or you know, and it really makes you feel like you're a changed person rather than staying with the same things and never stepping outside of your comfort zone. Like one time when I was in Chiang Mai, I did a cooking class, and I was sitting, I write in my journal often, and I was sitting at the lobby in the hostel, and I was just writing in my journal, and another girl, she was at the table as well, and she's counting her coins, and she asked me, she's like, hey, will you ever go to these countries? I have these coins and I don't really want them anymore. I think she had coin from like, I don't know, like just Singapore or China or something. She had these extra like little coins and she had no use for them. And she's like, I was like, no, I don't really know if I'll go here, but we just began talking and we became friends. Like, where are you from? Where are you from? And then I'm like, hey, later on I'm going to a cooking class. I scheduled one because I was alone, you know, and I'm like, I really want to go to this cooking class, but I'm trying to learn how to cook. Yeah, so I was like, I want to go to this cooking class, but you know, I'm alone. But I ended up meeting her and I asked her, I'm like, do you want to come to this cooking class with me? And she's like, yeah, what the heck, why not? So we go to the cooking class and we have the best time and make good memories and meet new people and share experiences, and it's something to do, you know, rather than like just be alone and do it. You can do it with someone else and it's even more fun. Solo traveling is not as scary as most people think as well, because if you're in a group, you're in a group, so like it's different rather than if you're alone and you're on the street and you're kind of like maybe checking your map or something and people ask like, do you need help, like, or like on the train they'll like go out of their way to like, I remember in Bangkok one time I was on the train station and I just got off the train and I looked left and I looked right and automatically someone came over and they're like, do you need any help? Can I help you? You go down here, you make this turn, you make to the left, and then they were just so helpful. And they were so helpful, and they even like brought another person over, so like 3 people came over, they all worked there, they were all trying to help me figure out, and I was like, wow, like, I mean, I was just gonna look at my phone and figure it out for like 5 minutes, but everyone came over and everyone helped me. And it's just an instant of me getting off the train and looking left and looking right, because the people who know where they're going, they're just gonna get off the train and go straight. But I didn't even like, I was just like, I got off the train and I just was like, I got off the train and I'm just like, and then automatically someone was like, oh, she needs help, and everyone ran over to help me and everything. And it's just like, so I think that when you're solo traveling, maybe people can be a little bit, I mean, not everybody, no, that doesn't mean just go trust every single person, because obviously you sometimes have to be, you know, taking care of yourself. But most of the time, use your judgment. But for me, most of the time, people are more than willing to help me. They see that you're alone and like I mean, also they can take advantage as well, like, oh, try to take my money or something from you. But in general, there are some nice people, and you know, they'd be more than willing to assist you. They see that you're alone and they just want to welcome you. But be careful with that, because people are scammers as well. So like in Vietnam, I had this Asian mom and she just took care of me. Like, she made sure, I remember I was on she made sure, like, she was like my mom. She made sure I got on a motorbike. She made sure to tell the motorbike driver to take me exactly here. She made sure I had my helmet on. She like put my helmet on for me and she tightened the thing, and she made sure she's like, she put my hand on the motorbike driver. She's like, hold on to him. But she didn't speak any English at all. But like, she was just such a mom. Like, she made sure like everything was perfect, and it was just the cutest thing ever. So some people, they really want to just look after you and really appreciative that you come to their country. Some people, some people are also like, give me your money. You're a foreigner, give me money. So.
And they say I got the juice. I bought the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘, now that's what I rock for shoes.
And the last positive thing I would say, or maybe I have a few more positive things. You learn more about yourself solo traveling. Maybe if you're with people, you're constantly with people and you're always with people. But when, you know, that's the obvious thing. But when you're alone, for me, I can just take the time to reflect. I can sit there and reflect on my experience, reflect on my day, and just breathe it all in, take it all in, and really think deep about my day and the things that I've learned throughout the day, and you have that quiet time in your mind to just focus on the new things the new opportunities, the new things, your new life experiences that came your way. But when you're with people, it's constantly people. It's never like quiet time, you know? I mean, it could be quiet time, yeah, but like for the most part, you're with people, you're talking. You can't be rude and just sit there and not talk to anybody, you know? So like when you're alone, you have that quiet time to really learn about yourself and who you are as a person and how you navigate your way through life. It gives you the time to focus on the things that you really like and find out the things that you don't so much like, or you just kind of get to know yourself better. You become your own friend. You spend time with yourself, and I mean, it's a good balance to spend time with people, but I think it's about balancing alone time and people, you know, like sometimes you have to just quiet down and breathe it all in. And for me, I think I'm a little bit introverted, but I love the quiet time where I can just reflect back on my experiences. It's like you're the director of the show. You get to listen to yourself and what you want. Maybe you're traveling with the people and they want to do this, or they want to go get coffee. And like I remember I was traveling with this one girl and she's like, every 5 minutes she had to have a coffee. Like we go one restaurant and she's like, okay, but first coffee. You know that saying, but first coffee? That was literally her. She was like, but first coffee. So we get coffee and then we take like 5 steps and she's like, yeah, but I need another coffee. And I'm like, okay, whatever, we go get coffee. And I don't like I don't want to spend all my money on coffee. Like I don't need like 5 coffees in a day. I forget how many. I lost count how many coffees we had. I mean, not that I couldn't order something different, or not that I could, like, you know, like we're friends. We spend the day together. We make these plans together and everything. So, you know, like you do want to stay hydrated. So like, of course, I end up ordering a drink or something. But like, I remember I was like, how many coffees do you need? How many coffees are we gonna consume in one day? Like, it was Vietnam, and Vietnam is known for their really amazing coffee. They have this particular coffee style. So it was actually fun trying the different cafes, trying the different local coffee in a different way that they make it, because each one you can taste the difference. And I remember before I started traveling, one of the things that I was so excited for, I was like, I just want to try different coffee from around the world. And here I am, and I'm trying all these different coffees from Ethiopia and everything like that. I'm not a heavy coffee drinker, but I do like to appreciate the taste and the quality of different coffee. Like when I was in Ethiopia, I was like, wow, this coffee, I mean, Ethiopia makes the best coffee in the world. And it's just interesting to really taste a different, something other than Starbucks burnt coffee, and to actually taste the flavors and to notice the different aromas and tastes of different coffees. So it was interesting. Vietnam has really good coffee. Vietnam has really amazing coffee. But yeah, so like she wanted to stop at every restaurant, not every restaurant, but like, you know, like maybe we could get coffee and then like an hour later, like, okay, coffee. An hour later, coffee. And I'm like, oh my god, we got coffee like every hour. I don't need coffee every hour, I'm good. So like yeah, sometimes, you know, when you travel alone, you have freedom. Get as many coffees as you want when you're traveling alone. Solo travel isn't easy and it isn't for everyone, but I recommend that everyone try it, even if it's a few hours away from your hometown. It's just a beautiful experience that is so empowering. Traveling alone has made me challenge myself and question myself, and I learned a lot more about myself than I ever learned sitting in school, and it really helped me see myself as a person and get to know myself better and the type of woman that I am, and made me a really independent, strong, beautiful woman, and really broaden my horizons with my mindset and expansion of my mind to different cultures and different things. Another good thing that I have about solo traveling is you have all the privacy. I like quietness. I love people interacting and all this, but at the end of the day, I want to just quiet down, go to bed early. I like to go to bed early. I like to wake up early, you know? So step outside your comfort zone You can devour all the books that you want to read, and you don't have to pause your book. You can read it from start to finish. And that's exciting for me. I'm happy to be able to just open a book and finish reading it. Like sometimes you're traveling with other people, you're like reading, and then like it's an interruption. Not that it's a bad interruption, like, oh, leave me alone, but like, you know, like, it's not like you have the time or the quietness to really get into your book or get into your project. So for me, you have more time to focus on other projects. So you can focus on like your creative, me, I'm a very creative person. And when I'm solo traveling, I have the quietness to really focus on and build new projects for myself and new creative, express myself in different creative ways. I have all the time and all the space to do so. And you get to know yourself more intimately traveling alone. I think that's important because if you be with people, like, you have to make sure that you're comfortable being alone and that you're able to love yourself and you don't need validation from other people to feel complete as a person. So when you're solo traveling, you have the ability to make yourself happy. And sometimes I'm like, okay, I take myself out on a date. I tell myself like, okay, what are we gonna do today? And I'm like, okay. Like for me, I plan out my week. I tell myself like, okay, on Friday I'm gonna go do this, and then I'm gonna go do this. And then you get excited, you get into the flow of things, and you have your own schedule planned out and all these things that you want to do, and you have the chance and freedom to do so. You learn how to rely on yourself and you boost your confidence as a person. You're like, I got this. It makes you feel like you can tackle anything in the world. If you can take on the world or take on just a new place alone, it makes you feel like confident with different aspects in your life. For me, I'm like, if I can do this, I can do this. So like, I don't really look at things like, oh, I don't think I can do this. I just look at it like, if I can do this, like any new project in life, it doesn't even have to be about traveling, but something new comes my way and I'm like, whoa, this seems like a lot. Like I try to teach myself a new skill, or when I'm practicing my Greek, right now I'm in the process of learning Greek and finishing learning French, rounding up my French skills, and things like this. Like different projects I want to take on in life, where I'm trying to learn how to DJ as well. I'm interested with finger drumming and DJing and color grading. I'm trying to teach myself color grading right now, and it seems so complicated. And I'm like, but wait, if I can do this, if I can solo travel here and make it out, and I can do this, and I survived here and I made it here, I'm like, I can do this as well. So now any problem that seems like a problem, I have this vision. My eyes just automatically break it down step by step, and I'm like, I can do it. I can do it, no problem. I know how to do this. I know how to handle this. I know how to tackle this. Like nothing seems like a problem anymore. It's like I have what it takes. Like no matter how difficult it may seem, I'm like, but if I can do this, or if I can travel here alone and make it, take care of myself, I can easily do this, no problem. Traveling alone will change your life, and I don't mean to make it seem perfect. So I don't mean to make it seem so glamorous and perfect. Let's talk about the not so beautiful things about solo traveling as well. Okay, one of the things I can think about is money. When you're solo traveling,
air it out when we arrive. Popping that shit, but they done with the smoke. She like it rough when we fuck, so I'm grabbing that bitch by the throat.